The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2026 Valentine's Day edition of The Local Show. I'm your host, Tom Sicoscio Jr., along with my sweetheart of a co-host, Steve Roberts. Let's start off with Joe Scripa. How are you there, buddy?
Fantastic. Beautiful February weather.
Yes, it is.
Get a little closer to the mic, Joe. You're not as billowing as you normally were. There we go.
I told Steve that around our neighborhood, people actually walk their dogs in that sub-zero weather.
Yeah.
Not us, but other people
not me.
do.
My wife does. My wife does.
Does she get out in this weather?
She does.
Oh, God bless her.
Not in the sub-zero, but yesterday, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was out there, yeah. Well, it's like a heat wave when it gets up past 10 degrees.
Well, Joe should be warm. He's actually, are you growing your hair out as a protest? Is it like a statement? Like
it's a winter thing.
Does it keep you warm?
It's a winter thing. I'm bragging at, just turning 60. I'm bragging that I got more hair than you at 70.
I've got a nice hat. I've got a nice hat collection at 63. Thank you.
Yeah, Steve just turned 63. I'll be 62 in a couple of weeks. Look at this. We're like the 60 Club. we should have a club. So, Joe, tell us what's happening, though, in the way of real estate. And now we got commercial and
Mike's not really coming, Joe.
No. Oh, my goodness. Have you driven by the site?
Yeah, I did.
Annette and I lived there. It was our favorite, place that we rented. We literally lived right on the front of the site.
Oh, no kidding.
And we used to, our dog used to go swim in the pond. We had Labrador retrievers, and he would run down to the pond every morning. The pond is still there, but none of the trees.
And that's where you used to bathe. That's where you got your bathing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
In the pond.
But it's quite a sight to see it clear. I think it's pretty exciting for me, being in the business that I'm in. I do a lot of commercial real estate myself. And I will tell you, if there's ever been a time where somebody is holding on to an estate or something like that, holding on to a piece of land, now is your time. It's not later. It's not going to go up more. We're
in the window now.
We're in the window, and it's a good time. Like right now, we're looking at a number of parcels to put out there on the market, and people are saying, "What do I do? How do we get it to a developer?" That's kind of what we do. We do a lot of that. Mm-hmm. On the residential side, I've never seen so much equity in homes in Syracuse. Think about it. We're an older community.
Right.
I go through and look at neighborhoods, and I see people owned a home since 2007.
Okay.
They probably paid $135,000 for it.
And it's worth $400 or something.
Probably between $300,000 and $400,000. And a lot of people did not take out all this home equity. And if they're really despising this weather today and they want to get themselves and their Valentine or anybody else out of this weather, we can help them get that sold right now.
Very good.
For the most amount of money they will ever see in this area.
That's wonderful. Property management. Why did you choose to go into property management? Did you make a conscious decision that I'm going to sell some commercial real estate, but I see a profit center with property management?
It was a little bit by accident. I ended up, actually, it was how I met Steve. Steve called me.
I'm sorry about that. Maybe you should have rethought that.
It was 15 years ago, at least.
I had actually, no, more than that.
Okay,
I had actually listed a commercial property, and Steve called me to do aerial photography, aerial photos.
Back when we were doing the helicopter.
And we said yes, and next thing you know, we're pretty darn close.
Yeah.
Sure.
But at any rate, in that property, that was an absentee owner, and he was having all sorts of problems. So it was almost by mistake or default. I just started taking care of it. Then I realized it was a lot of work and said, gee, I ought to charge for this.
But people needed it. It wasn't like you were doing sell-ups. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to have someone do this. I might as well manage it and do it better, maybe?
This property 25 years ago was circa 1970.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, I made a couple recommendations to him. He said yes. Next thing you know, he said, why don't you just take care of everything? And, he was downstate, and really we kind of renovated the whole place. We turned it from 12 tenants to 17 tenants. We exchanged tenants out. We updated the facility, all that. And, 10 years later, I was managing 1 million square feet for him.
Wow.
And then another company out of Tennessee that I did several 100,000 square feet for. And, that was my learning process, but I just dove into it.
So in the real estate space, locally, residential, obviously, or commercial, or maybe you just want to have a conversation like, hey, what should I do when timing? You can reach out to Joe, 452-1200. That's still a good number to pay the bill? 452-1200?
Still a good number.
Okay, scripagroup.com, and have an honest, real, genuine conversation. Joe, thanks for joining us. Stay warm, brother.
Happy to be here.
Get your hair cut.